Now then, you might remember that a couple of weeks ago I put a video up of glazing. Anyway, with the help of the kiln god, which is here, which Fran made, we have fired those pots, and here we are. So yesterday, it's just reasonably warm. Yesterday this kiln got up to 1050 degrees. And it's just interesting to see what happened. So as you can see, I was using stilts because I've glazed the bottoms of these. There we go. That's interesting. I quite like that one. That's made with a sponge, and where the bars are, can we see? We can. Where those, it's a square bit of sponge that where the bars are been melted with a hot nail to create that design. So let's just zoom in a bit more. So I quite like that. In fact, I like that a lot. And this one, now this is particularly interesting, and I'm going to have to get rid of those, but this is what they call raw glazed. So in other words, this was greenware, as in unfired, and I'd got it bone dry, so it got slip on the inside, and I'd let it get super dry by having it in the house for a week. Then I put the lettering on there, and then I put glaze on there. So this had not been bisque fired, it'd just been glazed on the top of the greenware. And there you go. And those were, I'd run out of stilts, so I used a couple of these very small cones, and they'll just want popping off, but I'm very pleased with that. Hey, greenware, hey. Oh. There we go. Right, next one. This was a bit of household or house clay dug from home with some white slip on it and white on the inside. Yeah. Let's move that out the way. And there we go. This is a piece of the mauve clay. That's the clay that came with the this kiln. And there you go. I like that one as well. That again is the same technique. Piece of sponge melted. Yeah. So we get that one out of the way. And another no expectations mug, which is, that's Frisney clay. And then this one is Frisney clay, and that is white slip, and this is underglaze. And look, same clay, different temperature, slightly different place in the kiln, and look at the difference in that temperature. That is extraordinary, isn't it? Just goes to show that you can plan things out, but only so far. I need to get rid of these without breaking them. Next kiln shelf out. So I'm really pleased with this raw glazed. I really am. That's phenomenal. What else have we got? This one is a piece that my friend Kevin threw, and he didn't know I'd kept it. And that has been bisqued and then glaze fired. And a jug. Elixir with white slip on the inside. And another jug. Got the little sharp edges there. Another no expectations mug. And that is Friscony clay. See, look. That doesn't actually say what it is. That is Friscony clay, and that is. And look at the difference in temperature, in colour. And that's temperature driven. So you can only imagine. Look, and this one is very dark, and that's Friscony clay. But this is closer to the main heat updraft. And look at the colour of that. Hey? I'm just going to get rid of some of these and I will come back to you. Okay, that's those tidied out of the way. We had to raise that shelf up a bit to get over the pyrometer. There's another one. That is Mave clay with Tetford as a slip, but in the heat. And look how dark it's gone. Yeah. Another one. Again, this is Friscony clay, but again, really dark, really hot. Red that side, coming round, darker. Friscony clay with a white slip. Right, let's get rid of those. Right, we've got one more shelf to come out. Let me just get rid of these first. There's some very sharp bits. I think I might have just nicked my finger there. Yeah. Okay, let's get rid of this other shelf. Wiggle the shelf about and then tip it out. Oh, looky there. Very strange. Don't know whether I like that or not. Looks quite blotchy, doesn't it? But these have got really quite warm. Friscony clay, look at the colour with a yellow underglaze decoration. And there'll be some lids for these. Doesn't say what it is. just, that's frisky, but again, it's got mighty warm. And that didn't get as warm, hey? And this one was really quite close to the chimney, didn't get as warm. And another one, frisky, but not glazed on the bottom. Now, this lid had already cracked, but I decided to float some glaze in there and go with it anyway. Just as an experiment, really, to see what would happen. So there we go. Hopefully you're finding this interesting. I'm sure some people are, but the one that I was really interested in is that raw glazed pot there. So that was its first firing. The glaze firing was the first firing. Brilliant, brilliant. I'm just amazed at the difference in colours with the temperature. Yeah, and I don't know how much temperature difference it would be, but this the pyrometer said it got to 1050. Of course, you know, that's really nice, that one. And then you come to something else which is in a slightly different part of the kiln, and look at the colour of that. What colour is that? And the fact that the lid's a different colour. Yeah, interesting. And then this other one, that one there, it's very strangely blotchy. I don't know what was going on there. Sort of sooty type. But this is that mauve clay, I think. Yeah, M. Which is a commercial clay. So why has it done that? Why? And that was bisque fired, then decorated, then glazed, and that's a brushing glaze. All these are brushing glazes, and they had 2 coats. Odd. Hopefully you found this interesting. Give us a comment, and even if you don't find it interesting, yeah, this whole temperature business must spark some sort of what on earth's going on. Anyway, catch up with you soon. Bye for now.